Mic check, 1 2 1 2. All right, we're live. What's up? We are live. What's going on? Live here, Overtime Bar and Grill. Doors open right now. Kickoff at noon. Come on out. Great drink, food specials. They got a cocky Gamecock, by the way, game day special. I'm definitely going to get it. $6. I don't know exactly what's in it, but I know it's a liquor drink. Welcome. Taking your comments, questions, whatever it may be, guys. You know the drill. Let's get it done today, indeed, sir. Very excited, very fired up. Would love to take your questions as we are just an hour away from kickoff. What is going on? Everybody? Taking your questions. Like I said, we're at Overtime Bar and Grill here live. Drink specials, food specials all day long. Kickoff at noon. Obviously, if you're in the city, you need a spot to watch the game. Be sure to come out. You need a spot to watch the game. So really excited, really excited. We've had an exciting week and a half or so, 2 weeks for the business, for everything else. Now it's time for all that to culminate and lead into a win today. So Austin Satterwhite, keys to a win today. Yeah. Here we got the Phil Collins going. Keys to a win. So I dropped this earlier this week. Number one, get pressure with 4. Not just pressure Bo Nix, but get pressure with 4. Your secondary has obviously been your biggest issue this season. If you can get pressure with 4, win that battle up on the line of scrimmage, you can drop more guys back in coverage. It's going to help your secondary out. And overall, I think Bo Nix is a guy. He's a gunslinger type. He's going to put the ball in tight spaces. He's a guy who's going to get the football up 2, maybe 3 times. I think you can get it off of him. So if you can not just get pressure on Bo Nix, but get pressure with 4 guys. Help your secondary out. A secondary's best friend is a great pass rush. That's the song. Indiana. Yeah, all right. Second key to the game, win third down. South Carolina's been really good on third down, holding their opponents just 19% conversion. Auburn, on the other hand, giving up 56% conversion. Continue to keep that trend alive, keep those trends alive, win that matchup. Stay on the field. It's demoralizing to your opponent when you can run the football, convert third downs. I want to see South Carolina continue to do that. And then, again, getting Auburn off the field. Carolina's done a fantastic job with time of possession. They're one of the best in the country right now, holding onto the ball 34, 35 minutes a game. Continue that trend. Going to give you a great chance. Then my final key to the game, embrace the moment. We've seen a South Carolina team a lot of times, especially under Will Muschamp, that comes out in games like this, doesn't play their best football. They look timid. They look tight. They're conservative. I want to see a team come out, play aggressive, have fun, embrace the moment, enjoy the moment. The spotlight's on you. The stage is set. I want to see a team come out and embrace that and play that way. So that's my 3 keys to the game. So, yeah, apparently Kirk Herbstreit said something about us on College Game Day. Whatever. It is what it is, man. I know he sucks. Everything sucks. It's what it is now. So who gives it what Kirk Herbstreit said? Thanks. So. Any news on Israel? Sounds like he was stretching pregame. So he's going to dress out. How much he plays, how limited he is, we'll see. But I think he's good to go. I think as far as I know, he's good to go. So game is a coin flip. I agree. Kenneth Stokes says 27-17 Gamecocks. I could definitely see that score prediction. Let's see. The Unicombo. Yeah, the Unicombo is sick today. I like the Unicombo. I mean, I don't like to see all Garnet help, but I think it's pretty dope. So Ryan Smith says 24-17 Carolina. Yeah, I'd love to hear how are you guys feeling an hour from kickoff? What are your score predictions? What are you guys thinking for the game today? I picked South Carolina 27-24. I think the Gamecocks will get the job done today. I think they will embrace the moment. I love the matchup on the line of scrimmage for South Carolina. That is the biggest thing in this game. The line of scrimmage is going to be key, and I like South Carolina and the matchup on both sides of the football. So I'm really just so ready for kickoff, guys. Like we've spent all week talking about it, and I break it down, the ins and outs, everything. I went on multiple shows and talked about it. I'm just at the point now. I'm just ready to spot the damn ball. Let's see what happens. Let's roll the dice. Let's go. So Michael Cashel, how many trickery plays do you think we'll see considering how big this game is for us? It's tough to say. I mean, we're not known for doing trick plays a bunch, so I doubt very many. But who knows? We'll see. Yeah, I put must win on the Tennessee game, and you fell short. I think I look at this one in a very similar light as Tennessee. Again, it's a home game, coin flip. This is one of those games you have to have. I'm hesitant to say must win per se because I hate to put that much stress and emphasis on it, but it's one of those games where, man, your season's going to go one or two directions. This program is going to go one or two directions, and it's games like today that you got to find a way to get at home. Everybody's picking you to win. You're on the national spotlight. You're on the stage. You got to find a way to get the job done. So W. Bryant 20 says, I think whoever scores the most points today will win. Very good analysis. You should start a podcast. Mike Grubbs, is Dak going to be playing? I mean, he'll be dressed. He'll be ready to go. I mean, how much he plays, I have no idea. But, he'll be available. He's not injured. That's what you're asking. Austin Satterwhite Harris gets 200 yards. I love to get. I don't think I would. I think he goes for 150. I think 200 is kind of a stretch, though. Let's see. The Gamecock, Auburn only team SC is not beaten since joining the SEC, correct? Well, no, Texas A&M. They have not beaten Texas A&M in their history. But, yeah, the last win over Auburn was 1933. They were obviously weren't an SEC. Neither I don't think either one. I mean, I know South Carolina wasn't, but yeah, since they joined the SEC, South Carolina's never beaten Auburn, so this would be a first for Carolina. Tyler Tucker says 20-17 Carolina. Yeah, I think everybody's picking around a similar score: 23-20, 24-21, 27-24, like kind of in that range. I think people are expecting it to be not a sloppy game, but a game where there's both teams want to run the football, they want to chew clock. I think you're going to see that today. I don't think you're going to see the ball flying all over the field, even though I think Colin Hill could do it. And unfortunately, if Bo Nix gets time to throw, I think he could do it. He's got weapons outside, and that's probably the thing that scares me the most about the game today is the weapons outside for Auburn. But, I really do believe our defensive front can get pressure on Bo Nix, and I think if you can do that, again, he's kind of a gunslinger mentality. I think he'll give the football to you a couple times. Maybe, I think you can get it off of him. That's all I'll say. I said the same thing about Jarrett Garantano, too, though. I think you can get the football off of him. You got to be able to do that day. You got to cash in on your opportunities today. And when you do get the ball off of them, take advantage. So the Gamecock, does our defense have the endurance to handle Auburn's tempo? I mean, I think so. I'd like to think the guys are in shape, and obviously they practice for it all week. And I'd like to think so. I mean, that's that's an issue beyond anything I can analyze if we're not ready to go as far as handling up tempo offense. I mean, I know they practice it. I know for a fact they practice against it. So I feel like in that regard, we should be able to handle it. I think we should be good to go. Yeah. Carolina Titan Gamecocks 31-27. I think we'll have to score with the secondary not holding up. I hear you. I hear you 110%. I just like to believe that we're going to be able to get pressure on Bo Nix, therefore taking away some of those weapons outside. You know what I mean? So I think we're going to be able to get to Bo Nix today. So Savannah Webster, go Cox, on the way viewing party here in Florida. Go Cox, hold it down in the Sunshine State for the Gamecocks. So for sure. David Williams, front four have to get pressure on Nix. Yeah, I'd agree again. Yeah, I think getting pressure, not just getting pressure with four is a major key. Get pressure with four, because then you can help out I'm not saying don't ever send blitzes. Of course, send blitzes, but I'm saying if you constantly have to bring 5, 6, or even 7 guys to get that pressure on him, it's just going to make it so tough on your secondary. So I think the more success you can have with just sending 3 or 4, the more success, the more it's going to help out your secondary, your line. It's going to help out your entire defense. So getting pressure with 4 to me is a major key, because again, Auburn's got weapons outside. It's not just Seth Williams. They have Anthony Schwartz. Eli Stove is playing in this game. They've got that massive, 300-pound tight end. Obviously, we all know of Tank Bigsby. I mean, they have weapons. They have weapons. So the Gamecock, Bo Nix over under 2 turnovers. I'll say push. I think he's right at 2. 1 pick, 1 fumble. Andrew Bowers, who needs to shine for us today the most? For me, it's got to be the entire offensive line. The one guy who has to have a big game for us to succeed, because I think it's going to take more than one guy, obviously, but I'd probably say Enigbare off the edge. I think it's going to be a guy off the edge getting pressure. I really do. I mean, listen, the entire offense, Kevin Harris, the offensive line, Colin Hill, they all need to play well. But if we cannot get to Bo Nix, if we can't pressure him, we have no chance in this football game. Because they'll figure it out. Bo Nix and that company, they will figure it out if he has time to throw. I have no doubts because he's got too many weapons. He's got too many weapons not to. So if you cannot get to Bo Nix and he's just got all day to throw back there and he's got a solid running game, pack it up. We're done. I mean, honestly, you got to be able to get to him. So, and I think we will. Like I said. Kabaloo on the subject. Braves fell apart last night. I mean, dude, Johnny Holstaff game. I'm not shocked the Braves lost that one. I mean, you're only going to be able to smoke and mirrors your way through against the Dodgers so much. But, hey, sets up for a beautiful day today. The game's at 4:30 today. I'd love a little Carolina win, Braves win, back-to-back. What a day that could be. What a Saturday that could be, huh? So, and how about a Georgia Tech win, too? Why not? I know it's not going to happen, but Swartz could be a problem. Yeah, speed demon on the outside again. You got to be able to account for him. Broderick Bowen score for Georgia, Bama. I've got Bama winning this game 23-20. I know everybody's going back and forth because the Saban, the coach. I think Bama finds a way to get it done at home. Rebels 1962, Colin Hill 260 yards, and Kevin Harris 145, 27-21 Carolina. I'd take it. Yeah, hey, sign me up. Just give me a W. I don't give a damn how it gets done, what the stats, who plays, none. Give us a W. Give us a W somehow, some way. So, let's see. Yeah, again, you got to win on the line of scrimmage. I think South Carolina will do it. Andrew Bowers, why did we pull the pitcher so early? I think that's what hurt the Braves the last two losses. I mean, you had to pull this. I mean, that starter's not used to going that long, man. When a guy, fans might underestimate it. When you're not used to going out there that long and pitching that many innings, throwing that many pitches, you got to be able to use your other guys. You really don't have a choice. You had to Johnny Holstaff it last night. So, what is Fried on the mound tonight? Somebody answer that. Is Max Fried on the mound for the Braves tonight? Ryan Smith, hopefully our receivers are on point today. Nick Muse needs to make some plays. I agree with you. I agree 100%. Got to have guys step up outside, no question. Muse needs to have a big game. Muse needs to have a big game to take some pressure off of Shy, take some pressure off that running game. Robbie Jennings need another good kicking game. Looked like a different punter last week. I agree. Flipping field will be very important. I agree with you 100%. Tyler Tucker need to get Joyner more involved. They're going to be Oliver Smith. Yeah, somebody's got to step up outside, like I said, whether it's Leggett, Joyner, Doty, Powers, Leggett, or Jakari Caldwell, whoever it is. Townsend Hamilton, this is Muschamp's defining moment for sure. This is it. Yeah, I mean, this is one of those games. I agree with you. Because, again, I think this season and this program is going to go one of two directions. It's a game like this you have to win in year 5. I think so. So, let's see. Fried is pitching. Let's go. You got to like your chances. You got to win tonight, though. You have to win tonight. I mean, you get it back to I'm not going to feel very confident if you get to 3-3. You got to win tonight, though. Behind Max Fried, Fried's going to give you he's going to give you a great performance. Got to find a way to get it done tonight. The Gamecock. This is the game where you have to break out the bag of tricks. Does Doty Joyner get a touchdown this game? I'm going to say no. But I mean, I'm not saying it can't happen, but until our coaches show the willingness to use those guys in a big game like this, I'm not going to go out on a limb and say yes, but you never know. I mean, maybe last week, man, doesn't it? I don't know if it's just me. That game feels like it was forever ago. Like this week has felt long, not in a bad way, but like just so much has happened. Donnie Cunningham, feelings on Sean Elliott as a coach, potential return. I think he's doing a great job at Georgia State, and I will say this. just because he's done a good job at Georgia State does not mean he would do a good job here, that he's fit for this job at a big SEC school. I mean, I'm not trying to hate on Coach Elliott. I'm not saying he'd do terrible because, listen, I've had a lot of former players on that played under him. They love him and all that good stuff. But I think Coach Elliott's good where he's at. So again, guys, we're about 15 minutes in, taking your questions, comments, everything else. How you guys feeling? How you guys feeling 45 minutes from kickoff? I got Carolina 27-24. My predictions are plastered all over social media, obviously, if you want to know more on them. And I'd love to talk about them here. But how are you guys feeling? I'd love to know how you think this game's going to play out. Donnie Cunningham, what's your dream former player staff? DJ Swearinger coaching secondary, no question. Corey Boyd coaching running backs. Connor Shaw coaching quarterbacks. Actually, Steven Garcia coaching quarterbacks. Connor Shaw is your head coach. Jasper Brinkley at linebacker coach. Hayden Hurst at tight end coach. I don't know. I mean, we can go down the list. Just kind of rolling through the Twitter sphere here, seeing if any news has dropped. Scott, I appreciate the support, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in for sure. This is a lot of fun. You guys have made this a huge success as far as the Daily Crow is concerned. Everybody tuning in week after week, so I really do appreciate it. Really, really do appreciate it. Thank goodness next week we finally get off of noon games, by the way. We finally aren't going to have to do this at 11 in the morning, so I'm looking forward to that for sure. Greg Benger, any injuries on the team or positive COVID? Nothing new that I know of. I think South Carolina should be good to go. Again, if there is that report, they won't report it till the game starts or whatever. So – yeah, so I think we should be good to go. I think it should be full steam ahead. I think it's, I think we should be full steam ahead. Let's see. Oh, Eric Norwood. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Sorry, guys. Just reading a text here. Let's see. Feeling good today. I agree. Plums, my guy. Looking forward to seeing you in a second. Donnie Cunningham. I wish one of those guys would get into coaching, even Savell or Thompson. I mean, I think they want to. I don't think it's like a want to. I think they want to. So Damian Burrows' run game and pressure on Nix is key. I agree with you 110%. Agree with you 110%. Donnie Cunningham, do you think Bell touches the ball at all? No. No, I do not. I mean, listen, he's been injured and he's a true freshman. Why does everybody think he's all of a sudden just going to jump on the field? Like, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. Blake Miles, Mike Bobo, I've been big on with these new schemes for the – yeah, I've been very – if you guys listen especially to Eric Kimmery's podcast on Fade In, which I would love you guys' feedback on that if you did listen or whatever. But we talked about that a lot. And I've been – I said on this show, I've been thoroughly impressed with Mike Bobo. I'm pleasantly surprised, to be honest with you. If you'd have told me at any point this season we'd have been averaging 30 points per game, I probably would have laughed in your face. I'll be totally honest with you. But, Colin Hill has played beautifully through 3 weeks. I like schematically. I feel like we finally have an identity. I think the play calling has seen a massive improvement. So, obviously Kevin Harris stepping up has helped a ton. Offensive line's playing well, especially in run blocking. The question marks still, but I mean, you think about it, with the question marks this offense has and to still be doing what they're doing. I mean, again, it's a long season. Things can change, but Mike Bobo is passing with flying colors, in my opinion. So, yeah, I've been very, very impressed. Again, pleasantly surprised even. Bobo. Ryan Smith, J.C. Horn will step up, make some plays, maybe get that first interception. He's going to have a chance. I mean, that matchup on the outside with Seth Williams and J.C. Horn is going to be a big-time NFL matchup. So that's going to be a big-time NFL matchup, one to watch for sure. Again, J.C. Horn against Seth Williams. You're going to see that one on Sundays. So, Plum the Bill. What's up, Plum? What's up, man? Bill Cole, what do you think Helinski's future looks like? You know, I said this in the preseason. I have no idea. It kind of depends on what Colin Hill's going to do as far as coming back next season. But, you know, if Hill stays healthy and plays well, it would not shock me if Ryan Helinski transferred. I know people don't like to hear that, whatever. But, I mean, you know, what's the other option? He sits on the bench behind somebody else. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting for sure. But especially if Hill decides to come back. I mean, Helinski's future is up in the air at best. So we'll see. Bill Cole, secondaries play with a chip on their shoulder today. So far, they look below average. Yeah, and again, like I said, that's why getting pressure on Bo Nix with 4 is so key to me because it's going to help out that secondary. Secondary's best friend's a great pass rush. So I think it's key to get pressure because, like I said, they've got weapons outside. If he has all day to throw, it could be a long day. I mean, you got Seth Williams, yes, but you've got Schwartz, you've got Eli Stove, you got that big they had all Tank be. No. Let's see. Yeah, Scott Stamey says they need to come out hype and stay that way from start to finish. Bring the juice, like Muschamp says. Don't talk about it, be about it. Yeah, I mean, I want to see a team fired up, playing loose, relaxed for each other. But yeah, obviously, I mean, if you can't get fired up for a game like this, you literally have no pulse. So yeah, I want to see a team fired up, coming out, playing together, playing for each other, and you know, don't be conservative. Just leave it all out there. Leave it all out on the field. And listen, win or lose, play your best ball, and you know, like I said, leave it out on the field. So. I think they'll do that. I think our guys will embrace the moment. I want to believe they will. I don't think we'll come out timid or conservative or scared or what have you. Let the guys loose. Let them play. Be aggressive. Roll the dice and see what happens. Blake Miles, only thing I could ask for at this point, would love to see a second back for a staple and not just run Harris into the dirt, like using more of Dak. Yeah, I mean, listen, I think Deshaun Fenwick's looked really good in his carries. I think Fenwick's looked good. I think they'll use him. If Zaquandre White can just hold on to the ball, he's looked good. I mean, he's had fumble issues, obviously, so tamper him. How much will they use Dak Joyner? You know, he touches it once and he scores a touchdown. I think it's evident. It's clear as day to anybody watching any of our games. And I watched last week, see what he did again. I know it was Vandy, but the dude needs to touch the ball at least 4 or 5 times a game. Like, you got to do something, get creative, find a way to get the football in your best athlete's hands. And he's got to be one of your best athletes, I feel like. He's got to be one of your best athletes on the field or on your team. So, yeah, I'd like to see the ball in his hands more often. So, for sure. All right, guys, taking your questions, comments, everything else. Got about 5 minutes left. Come over time, fantastic drink and food specials. They've even got a drink called the Cocky Gamecock, which I'm probably going to get at some point. But, yeah, fantastic food and specials. Great people. The staff is awesome. Again, if you're in the city, need a spot to watch the game, be sure to come out. This is the place to be for sure. But, yeah, just over 30 minutes to kick. I'm excited. I'm pumped. I'm a little anxious, obviously, as I'm sure you all are as well. This is a huge game, huge opportunity. You know, you look at this game, and like I said earlier in the broadcast, I think this program and this team, especially in 2020, is going to go one of two directions. You know, I look at this game very similar to the Tennessee game. It's a coin flip. It's at home. You know, and I talked about getting 5-5 or better was my minimum expectation as far as showing real progress in the program in year 5. And listen, I know there's COVID and this is their year. Everybody's dealing with it, though. Everybody's dealing with it. So I think getting to 5-5 or better, it needs to be the minimum expectation. I just don't, you know, you lost to Tennessee. That was a must win. Now you got to steal one. You look at the rest of the schedule. This is winnable as any game you have. You can win this one, get back-to-back wins, 2 in a row. You know, you feel good about it. You get some positive momentum going into Baton Rouge, and who knows with the way LSU has looked. But again, it feels like to me in year 5 with the team you have and the stage is set, this is one of those games you just got to have. You got to have. To show real progress in the program, you need to break through. You need to break through in a game like this. Again, the stage is set. The stage is set. The spotlight is on. What does South Carolina, what does Will Muschamp do with it? This is a huge game for him, obviously. So, you know, I'm anxious because South Carolina has had a tendency to not show up in games like this. And I think they will today, but I've said that before and been wrong, and I hope I'm not wrong today. So, again, just have a couple more minutes, taking your everything else. I hear you guys second predictions, how you feel in the game. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this football game? How do you feel? So, again, you guys come on out. Overtime Bar and Grill, fantastic venue and food and drink specials. Really, really good stuff. Greg Bedinger, I honestly don't expect us to win, but I sure hope I'm wrong. Well, hopefully you are wrong, my friend. Hopefully you are wrong. Let's see. I think there was a question back here I missed. Jonathan Moffrey said Culliver for special teams. Yeah, for sure. I just game, and the more things change, the more they stay the same. You know, that's a saying in life, and I think in football it applies too, because we talked about, you know, the spread and the up tempo and mobile quarterbacks and all this stuff. But at the end of the day, if you win the line of scrimmage, odds are you're going to win the football game. 9 times out of 10, you will win the football game. And I just look at this game, and I look at Auburn thus far, and I look at South Carolina, and yes, the Gamecocks are 1-2. But I like the athleticism and the talent we have on both sides of the ball as far as the line of scrimmage is concerned. And I look at Auburn, their weakest point on their football team probably is the offensive line and the defensive line. They've actually got some big guys. I think Big Cat Brian is out for this game. They've got some big key pieces on defense missing. So I think South Carolina can win at the point of attack. I just saw a stat, by the way. Carolina, if I can find it here. God, where did it go? I know who tweeted it. So let me just. Here we go. South Carolina is 19-2. Start over. South Carolina is 19-2 under Will Muschamp when rushing the ball for 150 or more yards. They are 8-25 when they're held under that mark. So it comes down to line of scrimmage. Bottom line, that's it. You got to win the line of scrimmage. You got to be able to run the football. I said that South Carolina would not win a game this year where they rushed for less than 100 yards. I mean, reading that stat, I kind of feel like that feels like a given at this point. So you got to be able to get the run game going. Got to be able to get the run game going. That's the big thing. Give it to Kevin Harris. I feel confident you'll be able to. Again, Mike Bobo's done a good job scheming it up. South Carolina has used the run to open the pass. I think they'll be able to do that again. I think Kevin Harris has a big day. I think Kevin Harris goes for over 150. So, let's see. Brandon Walden. Yeah, come by overtime. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a really, really good time. Like I said, food and drink specials. It's a great venue as well. That's the big thing. Got TVs everywhere, pool tables, all that good stuff. So, yeah, stop by. Let's see. Scott Staney, I think T-Rob has to call a great game as well. I think he has something to prove. Yeah, this entire defensive staff, this entire defense as a whole, they've all got something to prove. There's no question. I said that on Fade In this week. You know, if I was Israel McQuamu and I was J.C. Horn, I would really be taking it upon myself to go in that defensive back meter and say, guys, we got to get our shit together. I mean, there's just no other way to put it. We've got to play better as a whole, you know, because, you know, I don't know how J.C. and Izzy are or feel, but just because those two guys are holding up their end of the bargain, they're part of that secondary that hasn't played well to this point. So, Jimmy Morris, what station's carrying the game? It is ESPN. South Carolina's got the national ESPN televised game. So, very good. Yeah, you guys come out again. Overtime Bar and Grill. Great food and drink specials. Great people. Great service. Great venue. Everything you could ask for. 15 seconds, guys, in closing. Again, really excited. Huge opportunity. The stage is set. The stage is set. What does this South Carolina football team do with it? I think they get the W. Again, guys, appreciate you all tuning in. Come out to Overtime Bar and Grill. We'll talk to you after the game. Go Cox, beat Auburn. Let's go.